Welcome. This is Armenia Town Hall. The town hall for Armenia. You know, Armenia has a really interesting history, which honestly, I don't know that much about. But once we enter these doors, I'm sure we'll find out more. Welcome to the first part of our tour. I'm here in the alcove of Armenia Town Hall. Not quite inside, but am I outside? Hard to tell. There's a ceiling over my head, and I'm not gonna get wet. Fascinating. Probably built in 1925. And this is Armenia's flagpole. You know, I really don't know much about it, but one could only assume that Armenia wanted to be the only flagless flagpole in the entirety of the northeast of America. Quite a specimen, isn't it? As you can see, Armenia Town Hall may have been a school. I don't really know because I don't read. But here it says, the Commonwealth requires the education of her people as the safeguard of order and liberty. Gee, I wonder why. Sounds kind of fascist to me. Here we are on the inside of Armenia Town Hall. This here is a theater, or theater as they say. You know, Armenia stands for a pleasure to the eye, and dare I say, this building is a pleasure. This is a stair, and this is another stair, a handrail, and now we're here, upstairs. We're in what looks like a conference room or an old classroom. You know, oh, Keurig coffee. Don't mind if I do. Medium cup. And now we've come to the mystery part of our tour. What's behind these shiny, slidey things? You know, I think what we'll find are some old records covering some old crimes. Here we go. A crock pot? And our last thing in our conference room today, Armenia, settled in 1704. And you know what that means, folks. Nobody was here before us. We were the first people to set foot on this land. Armenia, a pleasure to the eye. And this is the last room of our tour because I'm getting a little bit tired. You know, this was probably a classroom. I don't know, but I do know they probably do town stuff here. And what that is, I couldn't tell you. Taxes? What are they? But I do know if you need the Wi-Fi password, it's right there. Armenia Town Hall and Armenia, New York. You know, I really do think it is a pleasure to the eye. I'll be sad to see it go as we come to the end of our tour, but you know, there's a lot to be said about what goes on here. I'm not really sure what that is, but someday you'll hear about it.